Hi, good morning guys. Welcome to our Canton Fair booth. I'm Stephanie and today I am the live streamer of our company, Ink Tank, as you can see the logo from my back. So we are a professional manufacturer of printing consumables. We produce basically ink cartridges and we also supply the toner cartridges, the toner powder, the ink and the CISS. So today my introduction will be divided into 4 parts. So in the first part, I'm going to show you a little bit backgrounds about our company, including our business philosophy, the development history, our products, category, quality control, as well as the service that we provide. And in the second part, I chose 4 series of products, basically the ink cartridges as well as the ink dye, to show you the structure, color, targeted market as well as the targeted printer they applied to. And in the third part, we're going to do a demo on these 2 products to show you how they're printed out on the printer and how we could install this kind of a dye ink into the printer. And lastly, we'll have about 5 to 10 minutes to answer some of your questions. So please post your questions if you have any on this platform, and we will have colleagues to answer your questions or have the conversation in the one-on-one chat room. And more importantly, please follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You will find more interesting information on it. Okay, so firstly, there's some introduction about our company. So Ink Tank was established in year 1995, and back then we only have 30 employees. However, after 10 years of development, the number of employees grew to 300. So this is when we started our business, and that means that we have over 25 years of experience in overseas market. Okay, and after 25 years of development, currently our products are sold to more than 40 countries around the world, among which Europe, Africa, America, and Asia accounts for about 25% of the compatible markets. As I mentioned before, we started our business in year 1995. And in 2011, we started our automatic production lines. And this year in 2020, we already have 30 automatic production lines. And from them, we could achieve the monthly capacity of 8.5 million pieces. So this is really a huge leap. And this shows that we could not only meet the tailored-made requests from small orders, but also could meet the mass production orders from the big customers. And in order to meet their demands, we source about 3,000 printers from around the world, because we know that even if it's the same printer, the brand will have different versions for different countries. So that is the reason why we need to design the uniquely fitted chip, especially the cartridge, for different printers. So we will send these 3,000 printers to our professional R&D team, and we researched out the specially designed chip for these printers for different versions in different countries. And besides, before the delivery of these products, they have to go through 100% of quality control. So this is our promise to our customers, because we focus on quality as well as our customers' demands. And besides, apart from our own factory, we also have our own warehouse, and it covers the area of 30,000 square meters. So this is where the products are stored before the delivery. Okay, so and it is also worth mentioning that we also have our policy upgradation policy. So we know that for the OEM, upgradation is the main way to combat the compatible markets. So currently we provide 3 different solutions to our customers. The first one is If our customers find that their products need to be upgraded, they could send these products back to us, and then we do the upgradation for them and then resend it back to our customers. And the second solution is that for the firmware upgradation, we could develop the downgraded package and then send it to our customer and then guide them to do the upgradation remotely. And the third solution is also another feature of our company, which is the Unismart upgrade package. So this is a kind of a equipment, this is a kind of a device. So we'll send this device to our customer, and through this device they could do the upgradation themselves. Okay, so this is pretty much the introduction about our company, and we're gonna enter in the second part, which is the exciting product introduction. Okay, so today I chose 4 series of products to show you, and they are all sold in Japanese market. They are also our best sellers in Japan. So the first series of products I'm going to show you is something like this. So this is an ink cartridge, and we could see that they have 4 colors, and I'm gonna show you with to switch a camera to show you with a little bit more details. So these are the 4 colors of this chip, of this cartridge. And we could see from this middle tag that the model number of it is 3111Y, and this is used for the printer from Brother. So this is the middle tag, and we could read out the model name of it. And we could see that there are 4 colors in a set. However, if our customers want only 2 or 3 of them, we could also make it as a set. Okay, so I will use the yellow one to show you the detailed structure of it. Okay, so there is a pad on the back, but in order to show you the internal structure, I take this pad out. Okay, so there is a back pad on back of it. Alright, so this is the front of this ink cartridge, and as I mentioned, the model number is 3111Y, and we could see an arrow here, and this shows a direction for installation. So when we install this cartridge, we install it as the direction of the arrow is this way, and we could see that there's a push here. So if we push here, then we push it into the printer, and then it will be installed into the printer. Okay, and this one is a pull. So this is where we push here, and then this cartridge will be installed out of the printer. So if we want to take this one out of the printer, we need to push here. Okay, and we could see that this is the ink outlet. The ink outlet is connected directly to the print head in the printer, and we could also see that there is a very thin membrane on top of it. So during installation, this membrane will be broke by the printer, and then the ink will release directly to the printer through this ink outlet. Okay, and this is the chip of this cartridge. So the chip is the most important component for the cartridge, because it is used for the printer to recognize this cartridge, and from the computer we could read out how much amount of residue ink it has in this cartridge. So this is the chip, and below it is a chip holder. So the purpose of it is to hold the chip. Okay, and next to it is the ink monitoring box. We could see that there is a black bar in it, and I will turn this around to give you a more detailed look at it. So there is a black bar in it. So when there is enough ink inside, as the one that I'm showing you, then the bar is moving to the right. However, if the ink is not enough, or there's less ink, or if it's insufficient ink that you need to change to another cartridge, then this bar will move to the left. Okay, so we could see that currently the bar is moving to the right. So this is the ink monitoring box, and it tells us if there is enough ink in this cartridge. Okay, so this is the basic structure of this. Okay, and the last one is this pull tag. So if we want to install this cartridge into the printer, we need to firstly take this pull tag off, because there is an air hole beneath it. Okay, there's an air hole beneath it. So if we take this out, then the air will go into this cartridge, and then there could be a pressure balance between the air and the ink. So this is the very first step if we want to install this into the printer. Okay, so this is pretty much the structure of the B3111Y11, and they have 4 colors: the cyan, black, yellow, and magenta. You could see the black one is always larger than other colors. Okay, this is the structure of it, and they are sold in Japanese market and used on the printer of Brother. And then I'm gonna show you how this ink could be printed out on the paper, and how it shows for the testing page. And I have my colleague to help me to print from this ink cartridge. So we'll select a pretty bright picture to see how these colors look like on the paper. Okay, because this picture is in very high definition, so it takes about a minute to print it out. Okay, we're seeing the picture coming out. Alright, so this is the picture that we just printed out, and we can see that this is very high definition and the details are very accurate, and so is the color. The color is exactly the same with the image that I could see it from the computer. Okay, so this is how this ink cartridge is printed out on the paper, and this is used on this ink cartridge, the B7111. So this is used for the printer from Brother, and this is used for Japanese market. Okay, so this is the first series of products I'm going to show you. And the second one is the MUG. This is another set of ink cartridge, and it is also used for Japanese market. You can see that there are 4 colors in it: the black, magenta, yellow, and the cyan. So we could see from the middle tag that it is used on the printer from Epson, and I will show you around to see the general structure of it. Okay, because our technician is still moving the printer, so I'm going to show you using this camera. Alright, so for example, for this black one, we could see from the middle tag that the model number of it is EMUGBK, which means that this ink cartridge is used on the printer from Epson, and the model number is MUG, and the color is black. Okay, so the color is black. We could see a push here in Japanese. It means that when you need to install this cartridge to the printer, you have to put it this way, and then push here, so that this cartridge is fixed in the printer. Okay, so let's moving slowly around to see what's on there. Oh, we could see that there is a handlebar. So this handlebar is used when we need to take this cartridge out from the printer. So we push here to install it, and we push the handbar to release this cartridge. Okay, and slowly moving around, we could see the chip here. So the chip is uniquely designed for this cartridge, and it is used for the printer to recognize this cartridge and see how much amount of residue ink it has in it. Okay, so this is the chip. And slowly moving around, we'll see the ink outlet. We can see that there's another very thin membrane on top of it. So when we install it into the printer, this membrane will be broke by the printer. And then next to it is a fixing place. This is for this cartridge to be fixed on the printer. Okay, and we could see that there is also another tail tag here, and this serves as the same function as the one that I just mentioned. So we need to take this out before installation, so that the air could go in through this air hole, so that this cartridge could maintain the pressure balance between the ink and the air. Alright, so this is basically the structure of the MUG, and this is how they look like in a set. They have 4 colors, and they're used on Epson for Japanese market. Okay, so this is the second series of products that I showed you, and the third one is another set of cartridge. Well, we have a lot more colors here, as you can see from the middle tag that it is the SAT, and this is used also on the printer of Epson. Okay, so we will switch to another camera. We'll switch to another camera to show you a little bit details of this ink cartridge. Okay, so we could see that there are 6 colors here: the light cyan, magenta, light magenta, yellow, and the black. Okay, so we have 6 colors here, and they go in a set. However, if you want to only 3 or 4 of them, we could also make it as a combination. So I'll use the magenta one as an example to show you the structure of this cartridge. So we could see from this middle tag that it is used on the printer from Epson, and the model number of it is SAT-Z, and this one is in the color of magenta. And there is a push in Japanese, and it means that if we want to install this cartridge to the printer, we need to put it this way, in this direction, and then push here so that this will be installed, will be fixed in the printer. Okay, and moving forward, we could see that there is a handbar. So there is a sponge between the handbar and the case. So this is because this handbar is very soft, and in order to protect the flexibility of it, we put a sponge here for the delivery, because it may be broke by the logistics. But during the use, we need to take this off. So this is a handbar, and if we want to take this cartridge out of the printer, then we need to press here, and then this cartridge will be released. Okay, so push here to install and push the handbar to release it. Okay, and then we could see that there is another chip here. So this chip is uniquely designed for this cartridge, and it is used for the printer to recognize this cartridge. Alright? And slowly moving forward, we could see that there is an orange cap here. There's an orange cap here, and this is something that we should take it off before installation. So if we want to install it, we should take this off first, because beneath this cap there is an ink outlet. So if we take this cap off, then the ink outlet could be connected directly to the print head in the printer. Okay, so this one we should take off before installation. And on this side, we could see that there is a little picture tell you that you need to move the sponge first, and then take this orange cap out first. Okay, and this is the other side of it. Alright, so this is the structure of the SAT, and this is also used for Japanese market. And this is used on the printer from Epson. And I'll also show you in the set. There have 6 colors in the set. They have 6 colors in the set. And this is how they look like. Okay? So this is the 3rd series of products I'm going to show you. And the 4th one is, which is also the last one, is a dye ink that I'm going to show you. So we could see that there are 4 colors, and they are the black, cyan, yellow, and magenta. So we have 4 colors, and I'm going to use only one color to show you how it looks like. So from the middle tag, we could see that the serial number is TAK, and it's used on the printer from Epson and for Japanese market also, and it contains 17 millimeters of ink inside. And we could see that there is a little bit difference from the original design of this ink box, because originally the thickness of this box is over 2 centimeters. However, this is not cost efficient for delivery, for logistics, so we redesign it and make it 18 millimeters. So for this thickness, we will have more cost to be saved during the logistics. However, they serve as the same function. Okay, so if we take this cap off, we could see that this is the ink outlet. This is where the ink could release from this ink box. And if we turn it over, we could see that the ink will not drop out of it because there is a seal inside. So even if we turn it off, the ink won't go out, and if we install it into the printer, it will start to add ink into the printer, and when it is full, then it will automatically release from the printer. Okay, so we have 4 different colors for the TAK, and this is used on the Epson's printer. And then I will do a little bit, actually my colleague will do a little bit demo to show you how to add ink from this ink box to the Epson, and we're gonna print a test paper from it. Okay? So we'll first open the ink box from the printer, and this is the ink that I just showed you. We just insert it into here, and we could see that it's adding ink into it. And after that, we close the cap from the printer, and then we will find a testing page to print out from this printer. Okay, we could see that the testing page here is printed out using the ink die box that I just showed you. We could see that the characters and the figures are very clear, as well as this little bit side blue color here. This is also very bright. Okay, so these are the 4 series of products I showed you today. Firstly, it is the 3111. They have 4 colors, and they are used in Japanese market. Okay. And the second product I showed you is the MUG, and this is used on Epson for Japanese market. And the third series of products is the SAT, and they have 6 colors and also used for Japanese market. They have they have an orange cap and also a sponge to hold this handrail. Okay. And lastly is this dye ink that we have, and we redesign it. We redesign the thickness of this ink box to make it more cost efficient and serve as the same function. Okay, and then we show 2 demos on the 3111 as well as the dye ink. Okay, so that's pretty much about today's live streaming, and if you're interested in our products, please follow us on Facebook and YouTube, and you're also welcome to post any of your questions on this platform, and my colleague and I will try our best to answer your questions. And thank you. See you next time. Bye.